know who plays.
D.
No. Yeah, ain't nobody crying.
Yeah.
Thought you said the cameras were ready.
Jordan, I'm not about to do this with you today.
Ain't nobody worried. There ain't no reason.
How?
Light to the face.
All right. Nobody can read that.
Welcome. What else? What can you say except you're welcome?
No.
Anybody who can name that in the comments gets a free lollipop.
Jordan, I'm pretty sure that'll get you arrested these days.
Why would that get me arrested?
There you go. Try it again.
Welcome to the Way Off Show. The way off and the way out. But then see your way in so you can hear what we talking about, then get out when we done.
Jordan, I'm not telling you
But
again.
until then, welcome.
I'm not telling you again, Jordan. It is way off.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. I said
No,
way
you
off.
said the Way Off Show.
Oh, way off to see your way in to eventually get the way out.
Y'all, welcome back into Way Off. You're now weekly every Tuesday. Yeah. Welcome back into Way Off, your weekly dose
Don't
of
ask me what they
everything.
is. I don't know.
I'm
just here recording.
Your weekly dose of everything sport, a little society, and a crap ton of foolishness for the sports novice and the sports junkie alike with Dominique and
Me. Jordan, the older brother, also known as the Magnificent One. Yes.
we're in this weird period of time where there's nothing to talk about, but there's a lot to talk about. Apparently everybody's getting investigated by everybody.
Can I say except you're gonna get caught soon?
So
Oh, let me tell you something. These jokers are in trouble, boy.
So that's our nice little segue into topic one, which is going to be the NCAA and the FBI probing into the matters of the NCAA. Now, here's my thing. I personally want to talk about what the heck this is going to do for the bigger picture in the future. With that being said, Jordan, what do you think is going to do, or do you need me to start off?
You can start off, that's fine.
So,
let me tell you something.
yep, figured that was coming. Okay.
I only have a couple things to say. It's not gonna take long. Okay. First thing, is it gonna hurt the NCAA? No, because people are gonna continue to watch it. Is it gonna hurt March Madness? No, because people are gonna continue to watch it and bet on it. So that ain't gonna hurt anything. What this does is just solidify what we've all been saying for a long time, is how you need to pay the collegiate athletes. We're not saying pay them a lot of money. We're saying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because at the end of the day,
I would say the cost of living minus rent.
The FBI is in it. That's true. Will the FBI stop schools from doing this in the future? No.
Wait, can we side note really quick? Who called the FBI to get into this investigation in the first place?
That's what I want to know. I'm
actually really curious.
But matter of fact is they in it right now. So here's the deal. You got agents, you have coaches competing for talent, you got agents competing for talent. So you got coaches and agents teaming up to compete for talent together. Then when the talent leaves the school, the agents are competing for the talent. So why not have the coaches on your side before the child leaves the school, or before the athlete leaves the school? Once the athlete leaves the school, the coaches push that athlete towards said agent. That's really all that's happening right now. So it's a big money laundering scheme. That's what it is. From the time they're in, really you could say middle school now, the way things are going, from middle school to high school to college to the professional level. So let's go to my main point. My main point is this.
Which main point? Are you really gonna, Jordan, nobody can read that.
Hush, woman.
You want me to write it for you?
Lavar, hold on.
Jordan, you can't.
Lavar Ball. Lavar Ball a few months ago came out and
It always goes back to him.
And he said that he was gonna start a league. He was gonna start a league that let players get paid to play that don't wanna go to school. Now, the NCAA has two choices. The NCAA has a choice to either keep the model that they've been doing, or they have a choice to change the model, which allows athletes to get paid per se, football, baseball, basketball, lacrosse, whatever it is. So that's what it's gonna have to go to. You have all these kids who want to be one and done, which makes no sense to me in the first place, why they have to be one and done, because we might as well let them go out of high school. It makes no sense. You got guys in the collegiate ranks that go 3 years, which in the football ranks, I mean, they go 3 years, which that makes more sense. Bodies need to develop. I get that sense of it.
I don't. I actually think that's more wear and tear on the body.
No. Look, I've played at the NFL level.
I understand.
An 18-year-old.
But do you think it would make it a more competitive league if players were coming out of high school?
No.
Instead of college?
No.
Well, I'm talking about, let's say we get rid of everybody who spent all that time developing in college and we finally get to a world where people were able to come out of high school. Do you think that would make a more, a balanced league? So you wouldn't see as many, the NFL for right now, as it stands, is pretty balanced in and of itself, but you still have top tier talent and top tier dollars going to certain places. Do you think it would be more balanced if they were coming out of high school?
No. First of all.
Do you think it would be more competitive if it was coming out of high school?
No. And go straight out of high school to the pros? No. Because the physicality of the NFL game is completely different. An 18-year-old versus me, I would wear them out right now. Because physically, I'm a grown man, and maturity in my mind is different. It's completely different. And then the speed of the game, the contact of the game, you need more time. You need more time for your body to develop. You need more time to grow.
Isn't that a good case for basketball then?
Yeah, you can make the case, but here's the difference. The difference between basketball and football. Football, they're both skill sports, but basketball, you can develop faster in the game of basketball than you can in the game of football. Here's why. Because basketball, you can play by yourself in the backyard. You can get with a group of kids that can play. You can constantly work on the skills at any time of day, any time of night. Here's the deal with football.
I'm not hearing the difference.
Football is more of a sport where you need to go against people. You need to have people with you. Basketball, you can develop the primary skills on your own.
Get under 30 minutes. You know how long it's gonna take me to edit this tonight? You literally went for like 3 minutes and repeated this.
So now
5 times.
Back to Lavar Ball. So Lavar Ball wants to make a league where the guys can get paid. All he's doing is what the NCAA is doing right now without it being legal. Guys are getting paid to commit to schools. Guys are getting paid to go to schools and then feed into different agencies or whatever the agent's name that's on the little FBI list, AMS. That's all they're doing. So Lavar is saying, okay, well, why don't we just cut out the middleman? We make it to a point where they lose their amateur status in the college ranks. They go out, they get paid, they develop their skills, and they get ready for the pros. No different than the G League in the NBA. It's nothing but a developmental league trying to get those guys to the NBA. So the NCAA needs to make a decision. Do they let the collegiate athletes get paid, or do they continue to do what their model is now and take the risk of guys forfeiting their scholarship?
So look, okay, we have all that down, and that's fine, but that's not what I wanted to talk about because everybody else is talking about the same thing.
Okay.
What I want to talk about is,
I said my
I know you did for a long time.
Whatever.
All I'm saying is I want to get to the root of what is this FBI probe going to have an effect on in the future?
I just said that.
No.
Nothing. The NCAA has 2 choices. That's the future. The NCAA is going to have to make a choice.
Yes.
Either we keep the model we got now, or we pay the people.
No. I'm talking about those subtleties that you might see, like the division of wealth, trying to see where these players are focusing their attention, maybe switching that into like the smaller schools, getting some big players into these smaller schools to make it a little bit more competitive. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is like taking away certain big funds of like, say you going to a North Carolina or a Duke or somebody like that. They obviously have more funds. So maybe like transferring funds to smaller schools or just maintaining a balance between that cap. Does that make sense? So almost like an NFL salary cap to make sure that there's a competitive edge for every team.
It's not going to matter.
And okay.
It's not going to matter because if you put a cap on it, somebody's going to go under the table and give guys money. So that's what I'm saying.
I think what I'm more so focused on is there going to be more regulation? And in my opinion, I think there's going to be more regulation. But I don't think the NCAA is going to be at the forefront of it. I think one of the other things that's going to come from the FBI is while they're going to put a cap on this, I think they're going to add more of a competitive edge, a competitive balance to the league, to the whatever it is. And I also firmly believe that the FBI is going to start to dismantle the NCAA as we know it anyway. I think they're going to put in another organization to take over. I think it's going to be a profitable organization or for-profit. What is it called?
The NCAA, the FBI is not going to dismantle the NCAA because the NCAA has not the
NCAA as it stands itself doesn't have any power.
The coaches have nothing to do with the NCAA. Okay, it's the schools that have something to do with the NCAA. The reason why the FBI isn't involved is because it's a money laundering scheme. So what's happening is coaches are getting put in jail because of what they're doing. The coaches and the agencies are being put in jail. That's why the FBI is involved, because you're using money to your advantage. Basically, that's all that's happening.
But okay, what's the difference between that and recruiting techniques?
What do you mean recruiting techniques?
Like Alabama renovating a $2 million thing for just recruits alone, or a $2 million allowance.
But that's to benefit the entire athletic body. So
I'm pretty sure paying a specific player is benefiting the entire. Ben Simmons.
But see, that's where it goes. So that's where
how the heck did Ben Simmons?
That's where it all boils down to two things: is the NCAA going to keep the model, or is it going to change to a pay model?
Actually, tomorrow starts tournament season, and it's crazy because I haven't really watched any college basketball. Have you?
Dang, it's about to be March, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's crazy.
Well, get your brackets ready.
Get your brackets ready.
You know what? I'm going to play a bracket this year.
Jordan, you haven't even been watching college basketball.
Yes, I have, actually.
Oh, that's a shame.
I've been watching Texas Tech. Daryl Dora, I see you, boy. One of the assistant coaches at Tech. One of my best friend's husbands. See you, boy.
Aren't y'all kind of close anyway, though?
Yeah, I'm just saying,
why would it be your best friend's husband?
Why
can't it just be your
friend? Can I give a low key shout out to Liza? Golly, Daryl, I see you, boy.
What about her daughter?
Everybody get a shout out. College sports are nothing but semi-pro leagues.
Do you think that making college a semi-pro league or dismantling the college system alone and bringing these guys into like the G League or something automatically is going to stunt the NBA's growth for fresh new faces?
No.
I feel. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Or even like taking that into the NFL. You know, the NFL thrives off of fresh new faces still because the kids have more spunk. The kids can do a little bit.
So what are you talking about? Are you talking about marketing or are you talking about play on the field?
Marketing. Because think about it like
those are two totally different things.
Well, Jordan, play on the field and marketing are simultaneous in different ways.
If we're talking about the level of play on the field and marketing, those are two different things.
Okay, Jordan, level of play can be consistent, but what I'm saying is you still need a fresh new face to like take over in some areas, in some aspects, right? So if we were to transform the NCAA into a developmental league or dismantle it altogether, the NCAA system, and bring these guys into a developmental league, do you think that it would stunt play and marketability on and off the field?
No, because you're missing the point. The NCAA is the developmental league. They don't need to dismantle anything.
I understand that, but they have to. Jordan,
no, they don't need to do anything.
So why would I, as a player, go through the NCAA if I could literally just go through the G League, get paid more money in the G League, even if the NCAA were to cap everything off, get paid more money in the G League, technically already be in the NBA, and sign a two-way contract with the NBA like a lot of these players are doing, get your play there on the big stage, on the small stage. Why would I go through the NCAA?
How do you get to the G League?
Jordan, if I'm talking about I'm talking in like hypothetically speaking that they get rid of the NCAA.
Okay, yeah, well that would be an option, yeah.
Okay, but if they keep the NCAA, they're going to have to cap off certain things. You're going to have to worry about players with lesser talent. You're going to have to worry about walk-ons. So me as a player, I would be more concerned about going to like the G League or something like that instead. Knowing I'm already still in the NBA, I have a better chance because they're still they have scouts within that system, they have coaches within that system that are directly looking at you. So I'm like, you can pay players, that's fine, but then you have to fight the battle between all the developmental leagues.
All right, let me ask you a question. Trae Young, that's the guy out of Oklahoma, right?
Right.
Okay. If he goes to the G League, does he get the type of press that he gets at Oklahoma?
Okay,
Yes or
Jordan,
no?
but if you pay
Yes or no?
players, no, you're talking.
then.
Okay, so we're on two different.
No.
If
We're saying the same thing.
Begin to pay players,
We're going back to your marketing deal. So we're talking about spicing up the NBA, the NFL. So Trae Young is the next hot name that'll be in the NBA draft. Okay, where do you get the hot name from?
What I'm saying is,
No,
I
answer
understand.
my
I
question.
understand this from
I'm
Oklahoma,
not
but
done
you're
with
missing. Okay, but you're missing my point. My point is, Jordan, if it's the NCAA that begins to pay players, right? There's going to be more issues with like paying walk-ons and paying and how much to pay different guys on different scholarships. There's going to be like battles
First of
over.
all, scholarships are all the same. Second of all, if you're a walk-on, it's no different than how they do it now.
Jordan, okay, so what if a walk-on now becomes not, I guess, a scholar? Well, I don't even know how you would handle scholarships at that point.
would make the minimum.
No, what if a walk-on comes in and outperforms everybody?
Then he.
But see, how are you going to distribute that money? And then how are you going to handle transfer?
Once he gets put on scholarship.
How are you going to handle
It's
transfer?
no different. A scholarship is the same across every
How
single
are you going to
school.
handle
Listen to what I'm
transferring?
telling you.
Who's going to
I'm
get more money?
I'm answering the question. Nobody gets more money. Listen to me. A transfer, if I transfer.
So nobody gets more money. You want it all the same.
Listen. No, I didn't say that.
So you want a set rate.
I'm answering your question about
You're
transfer.
taking too long.
If you stop talking, I'll answer the question.
Hurry up.
All right. So if I get a scholarship at Texas A&M and I transfer to Texas, my scholarship is the exact same at Texas than
Jordan,
it is
you
at Texas
can't.
A&M.
Okay, that's
no,
great.
it's the same.
No,
Trust me,
Jordan,
I know this.
we're not talking
Now,
about scholarships. I'm talking about money. Hurry up and get to the money. I don't care about the scholarships.
Okay
Go to
then,
the money.
what I'm talking about, so the guy who's on scholarship who transfers, he gets the same money that he had at the same school that he just left from. It don't matter.
That doesn't make sense.
Yes it does. If you're a walk-on, you don't make the same money because you're a walk-on. You didn't
And
earn
how
a
you gonna,
scholarship.
and then if it's pay for play, what if you
It ain't pay
performance
for, it is not a pay for play. See, you're going to the NBA level. I'm talking about a semi-pro developmental league. There's no such thing as a pay for play in the semi-pro developmental league.
There's a cut. Are players allowed to be cut?
There's players that are cut in the NCAA right now.
Exactly.
The NCAA.
No,
Let me finish. The NCAA is a year for year. Our scholarship in the NCAA is a year for year deal. Every single year, that coach can go in there.
Lower your voice. My mic can't handle it.
Listen, that coach can go in there every single year and he can decide not to bring that player back. So what's the difference between that and a player getting cut? Want to know why? Because when I played at Texas A&M, listen when I'm talking. When I played at Texas A&M, there was 4 guys after my freshman year that didn't get brought back. Want to know why? Because it's a year-to-year deal. You have to get renewed every single year. That makes it no different than the NFL, the NBA. If they want to release you, if they want to cut you, if they want to kick you off the team, it is a year-to-year deal. But
then, Jordan, here's my other question. Jordan, if it's a year-to-year deal, then why would I take my chances there when I can already be in the NBA, go through the developmental league, and perform well there? Why am I wasting my time in the NCAA?
How do you get to the developmental league? Tell me.
Jordan, if we change things, you're worried about the now. I'm worried about if they change things.
Okay, if they change them. But right now, they ain't changed them. So
okay,
the question is.
So the whole purpose of this is hypothetically speaking. So why are you focused on the now?
If they change it, okay. If they dismantle the NCAA and they get rid of the NCAA, okay, yeah. They ain't got no other option but to go to the D League. That's the only other option they got.
Jordan, we have literally been talking about hypotheticals the entire time, and now you want to switch to reality? Anyway.
It doesn't matter. If you say trust the process or whatever it is, you can say trust the process. Oh, we're in a rebuild.
Has this thing been like that the whole time?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Next, we're going on to the next topic, and we are talking about the other issue along basketball lines, which is the NBA and tanking. Okay, so this is literally the difference between Mark Cuban saying he's tanking and Philadelphia saying they're trusting the process.
Both the same.
They're both the same, and we got that. But my question is, and this is my other way off spiel of the day. The bigger question I believe is, can tanking be beneficial for the NBA?
No.
Why not?
Okay, that's a two-part question.
But okay, it's tanking not realized though. I feel like this is a question for now because
is it a beneficial for the NBA or is it beneficial for the NBA teams? Which one? That's the question.
The only person who is
it beneficial for the NBA? No.
The only person who is not beneficial for
to the Dallas Mavericks
that's about you as a fan. I said the only person.
Money,
sit your butt down. You always got to get up in the middle of the camera.
And you're gonna tank? I'm not spending my money. That first of all, that hurts the NBA.
Okay, wait, stop. First off, what I didn't ask you was what your perspective was as a fan. I said, is it beneficial for the NBA? I said, I'm talking about the only person it's not beneficial for is the fan. Because if they never said that they weren't tanking, fans still showed up to Philadelphia for the names. They just said trust the process, so they didn't technically know they were tanking.
What was the question?
The question was, could it be beneficial for the NBA? Why?
No. What was the full question?
Could it be beneficial for the NBA?
If teams tanked, right?
Could tanking be beneficial for the NBA?
Okay.
I believe it could be. Why? Yes.
Is the question?
Because it already is.
I'm gonna answer it as long as I know what the question is. Is the question?
I just told you the question.
Listen and be quiet.
Why you had to ask the question?
Is the questions? Are you asking me that if the owner says that we're tanking, is that beneficial? Or are you okay? Then then is it beneficial? Okay, it doesn't matter because if a team sucks, it sucks. That's how they're gonna think. Look, at the end of the day, tanking sucks. If your team sucks, it don't matter if your team sucks because nobody want to watch
you.
You
know
anyway.
what? Here's the thing, though. The other thing, ever since Mark Cuban came out with that tanking comment, aside from the other stuff that's going on, I feel like the Mavs have actually been getting more press. So I think that's a good thing because now they're actually looking at the individual talent more. They're bringing up the stats of the team. They're looking at the good and the bad.
You remember two things. You remember the teams that are good, and then you remember the teams that suck. You don't remember the teams in between. You remember the teams that suck.
Well, you don't remember the teams in between.
Everybody knows about the Cleveland Browns, and everybody talks about the Cleveland Browns on SportsCenter and all that stuff. Wanna know why? Because they suck. When you suck, you're gonna get talked about. When you suck, you're gonna have the number one overall pick. When you
it's lottery.
I know that, but I'm just talking about you're gonna be in the whatever. You're gonna be in the top 3 or 5 in the NBA lottery. Who gives a rat's behind? At the end of the day, when you suck, and people talk about it. When you have a history of sucking like the Cleveland Browns do, people want to know how bad you're gonna suck and how many more games you're gonna lose to make you know how you suck. But when you win, they talk about when you win. They don't talk about nobody else that finished in average or above average because they don't care.
But Mark Cuban, in my personal opinion, brought more publicity to the Mavs because while they suck, they're not at the bottom of the games. I was watching the games.
I was too, but I'm talking about a general population, TV population.
Well, that's because they're not put on mainstream channels, Jordan. Anyway, I think tanking is actually beneficial for the league. I feel like that gives them the opportunity to highlight specific players, specific standout players on their team and work for the rebuilding process. The only problem that I think that would have is for markets that people don't want to be in. So nobody wants to go to Utah. Nobody wants to go to names that I can't remember.
Sacramento.
Yeah, that's. But shout out to Sacramento though, because their social media team and they're like they're on point because they have some of the funniest stuff back.
Can we move on to the next point?
Nobody really wants to go to Milwaukee either, but
Wisconsin.
Yeah, or Minnesota before Jimmy and Carl, but whatever. Anyway, next topic.
Chicago.
I would go to Chicago.
No, I'm just saying. I just like saying Chicago. That's how it is. All right, go ahead.
Marshawn Lynch is gonna run. He said, "I'm gonna hit him in the mouth. They gonna like it on."
I done played against Marshawn Lynch 9,000 times.
Did you stop Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah.
Okay.
But best believe it was hard. When we pull the film up,
I want to see that film.
Yeah. Look, we ain't got nothing else to talk about.
Dez Bryant. That's what it was. Hey, real quick. I listened to his interview yesterday with Ben and Skin on 105.3 The Fan, and what he had to say, he had the normal things to say, like, hey, I'm pumped up for the season. There's nothing wrong with me and Dak. There's no chemistry problems. I'm ready. No, I haven't talked to my agent. All the good stuff. Point blank period. Dez is still their leading receiver on the team, which says quite a bit, and not necessarily in a good way. But anyway, do you think, everybody's wondering if Dez is going to be good or not. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried more so about, do you think that the chemistry between Dez and Dak is going to gel this season? Because I honestly believe that's the biggest factor of anything. If you and your receiver can get on the same page, you don't have to worry about the rest. You don't have to worry about his injuries or his play. What do you say?
First of all.
What's your first of all? You got a first and a second and a fifth.
The receiver, him and Dak are on the same page. Ain't nothing wrong with their chemistry. The problem is Dez don't catch the football. You got to catch the football in order to do anything with it. That's the problem.
Apparently he's been injured.
Okay. Everybody's injured throughout the season. The second thing, it's hard to throw the football when you have no protection. So people talking about the chemistry. Now, look, there ain't nothing wrong with the chemistry. Dez needs to get open. Dez cannot separate from defenders. That's what it is. And then when he gets the opportunity to catch it, he doesn't catch the football. So it's hard to have chemistry when cats ain't catching the football. It's that simple. It's that simple.
That simple?
You make a catch, good. You separate from defenders, then you have opportunities to make more catches. It's that simple.
Do you see a problem with Dak's accuracy?
No. Dak hasn't had a problem with accuracy. Dak has had a problem with time in the pocket, and he's had a problem with receivers dropping the football. Dez had a career high in drops. Cole Beasley had a career low in targets. Jason Witten can't run past 5 yards. The best receiver they had was Bryce Butler, and they didn't even play him. Terrence Williams didn't do nothing. So it's just like, okay, Zeke was gone for 98% of the season. So it just is what it is.
You do realize 98% of the season.
I know, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, everybody wants to put the blame on Dak. When look at the team, look at what he had.
As a collective whole. Yeah.
Tyron Smith, probably the best left tackle in the league, was hurt the entire year. There was no cohesion on the offensive line. Guys are getting blown by third-string DNs, and they're not even pulling them out. The receivers ain't separating. So it's a whole thing. So, look, I think Dak is going to be fine. I think Dak is going to have a bounce-back year. The question is, what is Dez going to do? Dez has been a one-trick pony for a long time, and now it's gotten to the point where it's been exposed more and more. And so can Dak open up his game, and can the receivers open up their game to make it? At the end of the day, your athleticism, everybody in the league is athletic. Everybody can run, everybody's fast, everybody can hit strong, but at a certain point, your skill set has to take over. And that's the point that Dez is at now. His skill set needs to be able to take over when his speed starts to dwindle, when he gets hurt, when he can't jump ball guys anymore.
Do you believe he is going to do that this season?
I don't know, because over the past 3 years, it's shown me that it hasn't.
3. Ooh, I guess I know 2 for
past
sure.
3.
I know 2.
Josh
for sure.
Norman is the one who really started exposing
three.
it. That's what I'm trying to.
That was 3.
And he's always been that way. And so it's nothing against Dez, but until he develops his route tree, until he becomes more of a threat in the route running game, guys are going to continue to man him up, press him up, because they know that he can't outrun them. They know he's not quicker than them, and all he has is the jump ball. Until that changes, he's going to see more of the same. So
we do have some free agency talk from the NFL, and we actually shot that a while ago. Jordan has a little bit of a
wait till you hear this. I had a phenomenal breakdown of this,
and we're going to cut a lot of it out.
No,
Jordan will go on.
You need to let you need.
You know what? Instead of putting it in this episode, we're going to go ahead and display that tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm Dominique. This is Jordan. We're way off. We're way out, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.